Welcome to episode 2 of reviewing Canva apps and giving you my feedback. Today I am going to review and rate a brand new Canva integration called Iconduck. Let's go. What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this brand new series we started with episode 1 of reviewing Canva apps. Okay, this is the series where I dive into the different Canva integration, the Canva apps, and I tell you what they are, what they do, and I give you my feedback, detailed feedback. Today we are going to look into a brand new app called Iconduck, and yeah, at the end of the episode I will show you my rating for the app, like the score I give the app, and you will also find in the end screen of this video a link to the previous episode of app review. If you haven't watched it yet, I reviewed the Prisma app. All right, let's get started. Let's dive into Iconduck. All right, so the first thing we need to cover is where to actually find this Iconduck app, this Iconduck integration in Canva. So let me show you from a blank presentation. I have this blank presentation right here, nothing in it. And in order to find the apps, it's always going to be the same way. You scroll down your left side menu right here, also called the object panel, and you find the three little dot more button. So let's click on that. And then from here, you should see different sections with the different Canva integrations. So these are integrations with third-party apps or websites. So the first section will be the new ones, and then you will have create something new, discover content from, import media, etc., etc. So if you want to see what's up with these new apps, what's new with these new apps, look at the new section. Okay, so you can use the little arrow right here. And I'm going to find Iconduck. So the icon looks like a duck. And when I click on that icon, I'm going to have a brief description before I even connect it to Canva about what the app is all about. It says search and add 120,000 plus icons and emojis. So this is where you want to get started. This is where you will find these integrations. So if you want to activate it, you will have, if it's the first time you use it, to click on that purple button that says use. So I'm going to do that right now. Connecting it, and then there you go. The app is connected to Canva. All right, so that's where to find it. But what is actually Iconduck? So I realized that there are actually two ways you can use Iconduck. The first one is the one I just showed you directly from the Canva integration. But also there is a website, and in order to find it, very easy, iconduck.com. Okay, we'll have a link in the description for you to find it easily, but it's important to understand that you can use Iconduck through their website or via the Canva integration. So in this video, I'm going to compare using Iconduck and what the user experience is like, both using the website and the Canva app integration. So let's start with what the website says about what Iconduck is all about. On the website, I can read that Iconduck is a project to make open source icons and illustrations more accessible. And they have started doing this by collecting a bunch of icons and emojis and illustrations and tag them, like adding all these tags so they are easy to search for. So that's really what the website is all about. I love that idea actually, that it's open source. Also, they tell us that it's completely free to use for both private and commercial use. So that's really cool to know. And also that they are trying their best at organizing these icons with their tagging system, which is very good. I'm going to come back to that later. All right, now that we know what it is all about, let's start using it. Let's start discovering Iconduck. We are going to start with the website. Okay, I'll come back to the Canva integration later, but let's jump over the website and discover what we can do. All right, so this is the homepage. You will see it's a very basic website. Actually, it's very clean looking interface. And it says almost 120,000 free open source icons and illustrations. And then in parentheses here, no email address required. And this is indeed something I kind of liked about the experience using the website, is that you see the icons right here. They are organized into icon sets. So minimal free icon pack, Magicon flat icon sets, collections, Blue Cons Nation icon sets. So you have a bunch of collections or sets of icons, and that's how they are organized. But if you click on one, let's say I like this little magnifier glass here, I can download it straight away. So you have your icon, You have the size of the icon. You have some information about the icon set it's part of. If you click here, I'm going to open this in a new tab. You will see the entire set. Okay, you can load more. You know that there are 266 icons in this specific set, so you can see more of them. But if I come back to my specific icon, I can download it directly. I don't have to log in, create an account, leave my email address or anything really. You can just go on the website, download the icon I'm looking for. So if I click on download, this is what's going to happen. So I've downloaded this icon. Let's clear that. Now let's see what other options I have. If I click here, you will be directed to this little menu here with a little bit more choices about the resolution of your icon, but also the format. You can choose between two different formats, SVG, that would be the original, that would be the default download format if you just click on download, or you can also decide to download your icon in the PNG format in different resolutions. Or you can go for the total package and download all of the different resolutions and formats in a zip file, so that will be all sizes. So a pretty good amount of choices here, which is pretty interesting. That's for one specific icon. Let's see what else we can do with this website. I'm gonna close this search so I can see an icon set. So instead of clicking on specific icons, I could search. Let's try a search, okay? Let's say I'm trying to find animals. So I'm just typing animals and yeah, 94 results. So these are individual icons, okay? Do I have results for collections or icon sets? No, I'm only presented with individual icons, so no icon set search results. But if I click on one, like this duck, for example, which looks kind of cute, I can see which icon set it's actually part of, Magicon flat icon set. So if I click on this one, I should see more of the same style of icon, which is going to be very useful in terms of creating consistency in my design. Could be a website, a presentation using these icons, because these are all part of the same icon set. Okay, so that's very neat. Okay, I can see more. I would have loved to be able to search for icon sets. Maybe if I type animal set, I'll have more luck. No, I'm always presented with individual icons. All right, I would like to see what else I can do with Iconduck. So far, I'm pretty stoked about this. Like all these free icons, seems like there's so much choice. Let me type another keyword. Let's say social media. You always need social media icons. So yeah, there is a bunch of different icons. And I see other things as well, like things like this one, for example, which is not an icon per se, it looks more like an illustration. So it's part of this icon set called Many Pixels Illustration. Let's click on that collection to see that. Okay, so you can see stuff like this one, for example. It's really an illustration. So there is much more than just icons. Actually, on Iconduck, you can find illustrations as well. Let's see if we can find other types of visuals on the website. For that, I'm going to head back to the homepage and try to see what they have here. So I have, this is icon. Yeah, I have flags. Flag pack, for example, let's click on this one. So all these different flags, kind of like the flag emojis. And I believe you can also search for emojis. So if I type in the keyword emoji, yes, I will find more emojis. Let's see if I can find some colored emojis, something like this one right here. Let's see what set this one is part of, Noto emoji by Google. So if I click on the set, yeah, I am now here with a large collection, 3,670 emojis in this set. So that's way more than the couple of hundreds of emojis I would say you have on your phone by default. So really feel free to go there and search for some nice emoji. Maybe if I type in emoji plus tiger, for example, do I have a tiger emoji or it's just an icon? Yeah, I have some sort of emojis with my related search. Okay, so don't hesitate to combine different keywords to find what you are looking for on the website. One last thing I want to show you about the website is that you can heart specific icons, like this tiger, for example. I can heart it like so. And then if I want to recall it, if I want to go back to my hearted or favorited elements, I can just click on the heart button right here. And this will bring me to the things that I have liked or heart in the past. Okay, so that's one thing. I can unheart them by just clicking on the heart again. And then there is another icon right here. It looks like a folder. So this could be to store this specific icon in a specific folder. But I got this message. We are working on collections right now. We hope to have it launched soon. So yeah, that's cool. Like you will be able to create different folders and organize, like store your different icons. So I think this is pretty much what we can do. Oh no, there is one last thing, is that you can also heart, instead of hearting individual icons, you can heart entire sets, okay? So that's also very useful. So if I go back to my heart things here, you have liked icons and illustrations and liked icon and illustration sets. There is one final thing I want to show you on the website, and that is when you work with a specific icon, you can click on this little button right here that says view details for that specific icon. When you do that, you will be redirected to this page with more information about this specific graphic and how you can use it, but also you will have a suggestion section right here with similar icons and illustrations. So you can view all to see all the similar results for that particular keyword. So I like that I am being presented with some suggestions. So that's pretty much what you can do with Iconduck, the website. Let's take some time now to sum up what we liked and maybe didn't like so much about the website. So the first thing I liked is that there's no need to log in, okay? I don't have to create an account, and that for me is a real deal breaker. I love that I can just grab what I need and leave and don't have one more website sending me newsletters in my inbox. That's the last thing I need in my life. I also like that I can search either for icons, but also easily access the icon set. I can explore the set that contains the specific icon. This will help me remain consistent when I design with these icons. I also like that I can favorite icons, individual icons, or favorite an entire icon set. That was very useful because I can come back and continue a specific presentation or project. I can just save the good sets that I found on the website. And then I also like that I can download in various formats. I have the choice between PNG and SVG. I found that quite useful. And then the last point that I really liked about this website is that I am presented with some similar icon suggestions when I'm searching for an icon. So for example, I might type in a keyword, a very generic keyword like social media, and have a bunch of different icons. If I click on the Facebook logo, I could have like different styles of the same logo, like thin lines, big lines, color, etc., etc. So this is actually very useful. Now let's talk about the things we didn't like so much about the website. And the first one, which is kind of a deal breaker for me, because I know there are other websites out there like flat icons that allows you to do this, is that I cannot customize the icons I download. I cannot change their colors, even if I download them in the SVG format and import that into Canva. Let me show you, because I actually downloaded this tiger SVG option. So I'm just going to upload it into Canva. So that's the SVG icon right here. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna show you it is indeed the SVG format by using the little info button. You see tigerface.svg. So since it is an SVG icon, I would assume if I click on it, I will be able to actually change the different colors this icon is made of. But no, I can't. Like, I don't have this option. Like, SVGs could have different attributes, and I'm not an expert about this, so I don't exactly know why some SVGs you can change the colors and why others you can't. Maybe if some of you know, let me know in the comments. But I'm a little bit disappointed that when I import the SVG format of the icon, I don't have any control over the color palette. Okay, back to the things I didn't like. The second thing is that there is no real filter options. Once you type in a search on the website and you get all your results, you don't have an option for filtering the colored icons, the thin lines, big lines, or, you know, there is no filter, for example, to filter the illustrations out from the icons or the emojis. That could be very useful to have, or also simply the choice to search for a collection or a set of icons instead of individual icons. I didn't see any filters at all on the website. And then the last point that I didn't like, but I already covered that, is that SVGs are not editable in Canva. All right, so that is for the Iconduck website. But The whole point of this tutorial is to talk about the Canva integration. Is it as good as the website? Is it less good? Well, let's find out. So for that, there's only one way to find out. We need to start using Iconduck from within Canva. So back to this document right here, where I have, let's delete this tiger, where I have my Iconduck app integration still open right here. Remember, I connected it to my account first, and now I can start using it from here. So the only thing I see really is from the get-go when I open it, it's just like a menu, like a library of different icons and illustration, and then a search bar. It says search 120,000 plus icons, illustrations. Okay, so let's try to find the similar tiger, type in tiger, and then I will be presented with all the different tiger results, just like on the website. The only difference is that I don't see icon set. Maybe I need to click on the three little dots. So let's use the same tiger face, click on the three little dots. It just says tiger face. There's actually no other information. So I do not have access to the same type of information I used to on the website. That is a little bit disappointing in my opinion, because all I can do is pretty much bring this tiger, and I see that it has like a white background. So let's try changing the background to see if Canva actually got rid of the background, but yes, it did. So that's good. Like this tiger. When I click on the tiger and click on the I button, I see tigerface.png. Oh, that's interesting. So Canva is actually using the PNG format by default, when Iconduck, the website, is using the SVG format by default. Okay, so from here I can move it to a folder. So that's pretty useful if I want to start organizing these icons into my own collections within Canva. I could move this one very simply by move to folder, my projects. I have this folder called assets. And let's see if I already have an icon. Yes, I do have an icon here, so I could click on icon and move here. So that is actually very useful, but I'm still disappointed that I don't see collections, because that was one of the great values of the website, being able to find similar looking icons from the same icon set. So to preserve this consistency in your website, presentation, design, whatever you are using the icon for really, or same with illustration. I can see a tiger illustration here, this one right here. So this one it's a illustration, not so much an icon, but again, I have no ways. Actually, I have a prettier tiger, this one right here. I have no ways of finding similar illustrations, so a little bit disappointing. The only thing you can do really is to type a keyword. Let's type in Facebook, for example. So it seems like the Canva integration of Iconduck only allows you to type in keywords and then be presented with a bunch of results, which will be a mix of different icons, illustrations, emojis. Everything will be kind of under the same results page. I can call this a result page. You can scroll down and it feels like we are trading off this capacity to see the icon set for some other cool stuff. For example, the fact that I can store these into my Canva folders, or I can also use the edit image button. So here I have a little bit more customization options, in that sense that I could use, for example, the duotone app to make that tiger a different color. See, so you can tweak the colors and play around with the colors. If you want a green tiger with some purple stripes or some blue stripes, you can do that. So that's nice, I can apply the effect. Let me come back to page one and duplicate it. So what else can you do? You can apply the other effect under edit image. So not only the duotone, but you could adjust the brightness of your tiger, saturation, contrast. You can make it black and white if you desaturate. So these are some cool options. You have all of the filters. You can add some blur to your tiger. Let's do that. So I'm going to use the blur app and I'm going to add some blur, and I'm going to slightly blur so the spread or the brush size is smaller, and you can like contour your tiger so that the edges of that tiger are going to be blurred slightly. So let's quickly do this. And there you go. You can add some spread so it's not all clunky like so, and there you go. Apply the effect, and now what you've done is that you have applied some blurriness around it. It's not super professionally made, so let's try something else. Let's find another icon right here. Let's say a tree. Okay, I want a nice tree. I'm gonna delete this ugly tiger, like a palm tree. Yes, palm trees, please. All right, so I have my palm tree. Well, another effect I can apply is the shadow. This is going to be very interesting with a specific type of image. Let's add, for example, let's see all of them. Let's add a drop shadow, probably this one. Yeah, this is nice. And you can play around with the settings of your shadow. So you see, you can have more or less angle to this shadow. So this is really nice. You can basically import your icon and tap into the different effects Canva has in store for you. Something else you can do is you can animate your icons with the animate button. So for example, you want your icon to tumble like so on your design, and boom, you can do that. So this is, I would say, some of the nice things, kind of the trade-off for not having access to the icon collections. It's kind of compensated by the fact that you can really use the other Canva features on your icon. All right, let's come back to our deck and sum up, just like we did for the website, what we liked and disliked about the Iconduck app integration in Canva. So the first thing that we liked is that there is a large choice of icons, emojis, illustrations, and flags. I haven't searched for flags, but I know they are there. Basically, everything that you can find on the website is available in the Canva integration. It's not always the case. Sometimes you have a limited version of what's out there when you use the Canva integrations, but here you have the full package, so that's nice. The second thing that I liked is that the tagging system is really effective. I could easily find what I'm looking for. And you can be generic, like social media, you will find a mix of results, or you can be specific, like I did with Facebook icon. So that's another thing that I liked. Something else that I really liked about the website is that you can combine the icons with the different Canva features, like the animations, but also I could use all the edit image effects, like the duotone, like the shadows, or the blur. Now, in the things that I didn't like, the first thing is that I completely lose the access to the icon sets. And that is very disappointing because the very point of using an app to find icons as a designer is that you kind of hope to find sets of icons with consistent looking icons because you don't want every single icon on your website to look a different style, okay? So losing this capacity to find the sets, in my opinion, is a fatal mistake. Like, this is unacceptable for an app which is dealing entirely with icons. I mean, it's nice that you can find icons, but you lose the consistency aspect, which is super important for a designer looking for icons. You don't need just one icon usually. When you make a website, when you work on a presentation, you need a bunch of icons. And these icons need to look and feel the same. Like, it needs to feel coherent, consistent. So that for me is a really, really grave mistake, I would say. The second thing I didn't like is that still I cannot customize the icon. Okay, so that was the same on the website. Cannot change their colors. There is no filtering options either in Canva. Actually, you have way less options. And I cannot choose the SVG format while working on Iconduck directly from Canva. I completely lose that option. So if I want to export my entire project as an SVG, I'm losing that option. All right, so let's quickly go now over who Iconduck is useful for. Okay, so let's start by who it's not useful for. It's not useful for designers who need branded icons, who need to apply their brand colors to the icons. Okay, unless you're some kind of wizard and you can figure that out with the Duotone app, it's going to be very difficult to change the color of your icons using Iconduck. While there are other websites out there, like I told you before, flat icons, that will let you customize, change the color of the strokes around the icons, or even the colors of the multicolor icons very easily. So Iconduck doesn't let you do that. So it's not for designers who need that specific control over the branding of the icons. Also, it's not not for people in a hurry, because if you type in social media, you'll have 3,000 results. And so if you want to find the right one, there's no filters. So if you are in a hurry, maybe this website is not for you, or this integration with Canva is not for you. On the other hand, it's good for people who are casual presentation designers. You have your time and you create your presentation in Canva, you can search for icons and insert that into your presentation. You have a large choice. And similarly, it's good for casual website designers, but not so much if you need that extra control over the branding of your icons. All right, so the verdict. What is my overall feeling about Iconduck? Well, I thought long and hard about this one. I am a big fan of icons. I do have a course about flat icon on Udemy, so that's how much into it I was. The course is quite old, so flat icons has probably changed a lot since then, but still, I was very much into icons. And so it's a topic that it's close to my heart, like it's dear to me to talk about icons. In order to give you a rating, I would probably need to split this rating between the website and the Canva app integration, because I could see quite a bit of difference between the two. So let's start with my rating for the Iconduck website. Okay, drum roll. I would give the website a 3.9 out of 5 rating, because at the end of the day, it is a very good website. You've got 120K free icons that you can use for private or commercial use included, without having to give credit or anything. You've got a very well organized library that is easy to search. So that's why I'm giving this app 3.9. Now, I wouldn't go over the 4-point mark because, yeah, it is missing that very crucial feature of being able to customize the icons. And let's wrap up the tutorial with my rating for the Canva app integration of Iconduck. I give this app a 2.6 out of 5 score because in my opinion it was considerably less good than the website. It is still good, it is still convenient, but lacking some very important features like the icon sets, like this for me unforgivable, and also like the ability to change, to tweak the colors, same as for the website. But it is still convenient. I love the fact that you can combine this with the animations or the edit photo effect. So yeah, that is it guys. This is my complete review of Iconduck, both the website and the Canva integration. Let me know in the comments below which app you would like me to review next, okay? This is a new series still, only 2 episodes in the series so far. So let me know, like, is there an app you are really curious about? Which one it is? Let me know in the comments. That's it for today. I will leave you the first episode, the one about Prisma, right here. So if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and watch this one now.